They're frantic. They're desperate. Investors are banging on the doors they never cared to knock on before, begging for access to crowdfunding. Why? Because the old ways, the so-called trusted paths, they've all started to crack, all at once, without warning. Traditional markets? Too slow. Private deals? Locked tight behind velvet ropes? Venture capital? Saturated and callous. The chances to get in early on the next big thing have become scarce, expensive, and frustrating. And here's the brutal truth. If you're an investor still sleeping on crowdfunding, you're missing out on not just money, but the chance to be part of something seismic before the rest of the world even knows it. You've felt it, haven't you? That gnawing frustration when an opportunity slips through your fingers because the system is rigged in favor of the insiders. That feeling when you realize your cash is parked, safe, sure, but stagnant, while fortunes are quietly revving up elsewhere. This isn't just about profit. It's about being frozen out of the future, about watching innovation happen from afar when it should be in your hands. The markets don't owe you a damn thing, but you deserve more than dust and crumbs. Founders know this all too well. They're screaming into the void, desperate for funding, for attention, for access. But the old gatekeepers have built walls too thick to scale. They prefer the familiar, the measured, the safe bets, while the restless, the wild ideas, the true disruptors are left out in the cold. What's left for the fearless dreamers? The bold visionaries ready to upend industries with a single idea. Crowdfunding is the bridge, the launch pad, the rebellion against the status quo. It tears down the walls built by bankers and brokers, redistributes power from the few to the many, and hands control to those who burn with the fire to build, not wait. But here's the catch. The rush of investors flooding into crowdfunding is causing chaos. The market is getting crowded. Deals are becoming hyper-competitive. Narratives are shifting overnight. If you don't know how to move, how to choose, how to really evaluate in this new arena, you're not just missing the boat. You're at risk of being crushed under its wake. So, how do you cut through the noise? How do you find the diamonds in a mine flooded with seekers? How do you truly unlock the value crowdfunding offers instead of getting lost in hype and broken promises? Start with one truth. Not all crowdfunding platforms are created equal, and not all opportunities carry equal weight. The answer isn't in chasing every flashy pitch or the loudest promises. Real power lies in discerning the rare sparks, the founders and ideas that refuse to be boxed, that challenge every norm, that refuse to settle, that make you uncomfortable in their ambition. Those are the ventures worth backing because they're not aiming for the average. They're shooting for transformation. Investors must become ruthless critics. Question everything, every number, every assumption, every glossy deck. Because in this world, optimism floats on a thin veneer of polished salesmanship. Underneath, many projects are built on shaky ground or outdated models. Find those who unlearn more than they learn, those who reject convenience and chart their own paths. Those who don't beg for your money, they demand partnership, challenge your thinking, and invite you into a shared future. Founders, it's your duty, yes, your duty, to cut through all that noise yourself. Don't settle for shallow hype or easy pitches. Get obsessive about your narrative and your network. Build more than a product. Build a culture, a movement, an ecosystem that your investors want to be part of, because it feels like more than just investment. It feels like revolution. Because here's the brutal secret. Crowdfunding isn't just a way to raise cash. It's a way to rewrite the rules of connection and creation. Investors, if you want to surf this wave and not be crushed by it, learn to master the ecosystem. Don't just put money behind whatever seems trendy. Look for those who are building networks, not just companies, who are creating platforms, not just products, who seek to amplify uniqueness, not conform to defaults. Be patient and play the long game. There's enormous power in commitment and alignment over time. Don't chase quick wins. Forge alliances with those whose fire matches your own. This new era rewards those who become sovereign in their will. Investors must stop waiting for gatekeepers to open doors and instead build their own keys, their own access points within this autonomous network of rare talents and rare ideas. The future belongs to the few who refuse to be boxed in by comfort or convention. The ones who refuse to blend in or wait for a green light that will never come. Those who see the system is broken but aren't here to fix it. They're here to transcend it. The greatest risk today? Staying complacent and relying on old guard methods that choke innovation and delay progress. Crowdfunding is the crack in the system, and it's widening. The opportunity there isn't just financial, it's philosophical. It's about reclaiming power from stale institutions and honestly embracing the uncertainty and chaos of true freedom. If you can stand the heat, if you can handle the noise and filter relentless waves of ideas, you're not just investing in startups. You're investing in a world being born anew. The system forgot the rare, the radical, the unrealized. But crowdfunding remembers. It elevates them, connects them, creates synergy from what was once isolated brilliance. When founders and investors break free from legacy systems, they don't just transact money. They unlock creativity, collaboration, and culture. Real investors aren't just dumping cash. They're cultivating an ecosystem where true innovation blooms. They understand the difference between liquidity and legacy. This is why the pressure is mounting, why investors are suddenly desperate to get in. The knowledge that this is where the future is being crafted, where the old maps no longer apply, and new terrain is claimed by those bold enough to explore. Deals that used to be hidden in private networks are now accessible to anyone savvy enough to claim them. The power balance is tipping violently towards those who understand how to navigate this new landscape, the ones who question everything, align selectively, and play relentlessly long. For founders, the message couldn't be clearer. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for institutional approval. Don't wait for validation from tired systems designed to preserve the past. Show up wild, radical, authentic. Build networks of believers, collaborators, investors who see your vision as an extension of their own identity. Use crowdfunding not just as capital. It's your megaphone, your tribe, your launchpad to a world that rewards the rare and punishes the mediocre. For investors, know this: patience is the secret weapon. Markets flood fast, hype burns hot, but real transformation takes time. The ecosystem is your playing field, your battleground, your treasure map. Play like a sovereign. Choose your alliances, fuel the few who burn like you do, and watch how the aligned few reshape entire industries. The future can't be bought. It's earned, it's crafted, and it's aligned with those willing to think beyond conventional limits. This is the breaking point, the moment where the old world stagnates in its past illusions, clutching flags and rules, while a new world is born from the fire of those who reject comfort and consensus. Crowdfunding is more than a tool. It's a declaration. No more passive waiting. No more borrowed lives or watered-down dreams. It's the arena where founders and investors meet on equal footing, where ambition meets capital, where radical ideas find real fuel. The truth is raw and simple. Freedom isn't comfortable. It's messy, It's unpredictable, but it burns brighter than any safety net could ever offer. Investors desperate for crowdfunding access aren't just chasing returns. They're chasing liberation from the old systems that failed them. Founders embracing this shift are finally finding a space built for the exceptional, for the different, for the unapologetically bold. The future belongs to those who build it on their own terms. To invest wisely today means to think radically, move sharply, and align fiercely. There is no safety in numbers, only strength in the few who dare to be different. The rush to crowdfunding isn't a fad. It's a fire firing up the next evolution of capital and creation. Don't wait on the sidelines. Jump in, question everything, connect deeply, and watch as the impossible unfolds inside your hands. Because this is no longer about money alone. It's about power. Power to create, to destroy old myths, to forge something truly new. For those who step up and into this moment, the rewards won't only be financial, they'll be revolutionary. And for those who hesitate, the future won't pause for you. It will pass you by, swallowed up by those who refuse to live a borrowed life, who burn rather than bend, who don't just wait for what's next. They make it. This is the movement, the awakening, the great leap forward. Crowdfunding isn't just an option. It's the key to unlock everything you deserve. And the question isn't if you should step in. It's can you afford not to?